Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Lackavelli. I got Coach White with me as usual. We back for the Lack and Run show, Lack and White show, however you want to call it. We jumping straight into it. Spring is among us, battles in a lot of different positions among us. We can go ahead and jump straight into it. Coach, you want to go ahead, start it off?
Yeah. The first category we're going to bring up is quarterback position. Spring. To me, is probably the most important position because we have a leader in Anthony Brown that's a coming back veteran, but you got a 5-star from this year class named Ty Thompson, but you also got 2 4-stars from last year, Jay Butterfield and Robbie Ashford. That's on the heels of probably Anthony Brown, but Anthony Brown, when I seen him last year, the last 2 games looked pretty good. He was poised. He was actually running the offense better than Tyler Shuck in the little time he's shown, and he's an experienced quarterback. So to me, that goes a long way. I think that I looked at his Boston College film. He was on his way to having one of his best seasons before he got hurt. Then from then last year, so he actually a 6-year college player. So that alone should go a long way. So I actually like for us to reach our potential. I think Anthony Brown needs to be the quarterback.
I agree. I agree with that. Not the backtrack. We know that Shuck is gone, but a lot of that plays into was this like this is a question for me that I have for you. Do you feel like they gave Shuck the starting job to audition in a sense for other schools? Like, do you think they actually just started him over AB to be like, okay, look, this your shot, you know what I'm saying? Then what you do is what you do, then you know what I'm saying, you can go somewhere else. You think it was like that, or it's just more so of Shuck decided to do it on a personal level?
I think they gave Chuck the starting job, and as me being a football coach myself, I probably would have gave Chuck the starting job too, unless Anthony Brown blew me away. But the reason why I believe personally they gave Tyler Shuck the job because of being loyal.
Right.
He was there for 3 years before he actually started, and Anthony Brown came in late, so I don't know if Anthony Brown blew them away. I mean, from the season he wasn't late, but for us, the time from COVID and the time he signed, he got there late. So
Right.
the preparation time, he didn't have that much time. But the loyalty to Tyler Shuffler being there 2 years in the bench, riding behind Justin Herbert, then actually the 30 years playing, I think he got the position because of loyalty, for
Right.
showing loyalty,
And I
especially when
agree.
other guy transferred. That was supposed to be Aaron Parent. It's Burmeister
Yeah.
transfer.
Yeah.
So by that happening, that's when it was like, okay, we're gonna show this guy our loyalty.
Right. And I agree, like you said, me personally, I feel like it is they did say it's an open battle, but they kind of say that to get like people off their backs. But going into it, we know that pretty much AB will be the starter. You got guys that's starters on different positions on the different side of the ball saying that he's starting. But I feel like a lot of people need to actually buy in to see who's going to be the backup quarterback. Because we all know this is AB last year. And that's pretty much going to be the telltale story of who's the actually backup if AB goes down. So from there, that kind of going to give you the insight of once AB gone, who's going to be the future quarterback. And things could change after the year after that. But going in, we know AB, he's the leader in that locker room, in that group, in that film room. Then you got a whole bunch of young guys where, like you said, you got Ty, you got Butterfield, you got Ashford. So that right there is going to be the telltale story to see. And we got the spring schedule for the ones most Ducks fans watching. Pretty sure you guys got it as well too. But hopefully they do let, you know what I'm saying, they still haven't said they're going to let people in with spring game and whatnot. But if they do, we might have to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and get in there.
It's important. I believe it's more important than I could say since the probably the Vernon Adams situation in the quarterback room, as in like with Justin Herbert was a freshman, but that right there, that really wasn't important because even though Parker was taking over, Justin Herbert was no pressure because he was a 3 stars, not too many people heard of, and he just happened to blow him away. Now,
Right.
reason why this is the most important quarterback battle behind, and we need Anthony Brown to be great.
Yeah.
We need him to be great. The reason why I'm saying that is because whoever is the number 2 quarterback, it's a possible chance you might have 2 quarterbacks transfer because they're all freshmen.
Yeah, that's true.
So if Anthony Brown and the number 2 guy is one of the freshmen, that's cool. Then they could start playing next year. Then we have another guy come in, that he could be the backup. Then it starts like that. We could have, actually, we had a guy from Texas coming in next year. So that's key. But one of them starts, then you ruffle some feathers. A lot of guys start transferring before the season even start because you'll find out that what's going on, and they, oh man, well, I have no chance of playing for freshmen starting. I have to either, Lord, knock on wood, he gets hurt. You can't count on your career and wait for somebody to get hurt.
Yeah, that's
so if
true.
they're in the same class as you, they start at quarterback position. You basically be rooting against your own team because the only way you're going to play if he fail. That's not a good teammate.
So true.
So the thing about it, so the blessed thing is Anthony Brown starts, he balls out, bring us in, our highest potential. I really think is a natty. Then the guys behind him, even if they pick a number 2 right now, at least the number 3 and the 4 probably feel they could still battle because it's number 2 and ain't number 1. But once if they declare one of these underclassmen number 1, watch the trickle down effect behind them.
I agree.
Yeah. So we need Anthony Brown to ball out. But if one of these kids do take it from him, God bless him, he starts.
Right.
But us personally, as an organization, Anthony Brown has to be the guy. But he got to deserve it. He got to deserve it, though. But he needs to ball out. It's important for the organization.
I agree.
So organization that's in the college.
For the ones watching, you guys, please leave a comment what you guys think on that take about quarterbacks in that position battle as well too. Jumping along, we got safeties and corners right here. I feel like that's really gonna be a battle because, like, for the most part, quarterback is a battle where it's like, yeah, kind of know who it's gonna be, but with DBs is more so we know Michael Wright have his spot solidified.
Mm-hmm.
What's next to come? You know what I'm saying? From the safety positions to the other side corner to the nickel corner, having a whole new DC. Are we bringing that safety down to play that striker position? We're gonna have a true corner, or do we have a linebacker out there? Who do you see in those roles, in those slots?
That's the elephant in the room right there. It's really kind of hard to make an assessment until we really know it's going to be a true 3-4 or 3-3-5.
Right.
To then we could kind of assume, but assuming it's a 3-4 traditional, because he liked to bring the heat, and you have to bring the heat with bodies around the line of scrimmage. So I'm assuming it's a traditional 3-4 and have your linebackers walk out like they used to do.
Right.
So I would think personally, I will. It's going to be a battle between as corners between Addison and Manny, and of course Michael Wright got his side locked up on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe it's going to be a battle between Addison and Manny. I like Manny, coming out of high school and everything, 5-star, physical, long. But I like Addison too. His height, 6'5", can teach length. Everything. I thought he would be playing safety, but they got him as corner. So we're gonna see how that actually goes. But I personally wasn't impressed with DJ James. He got beat a lot. He did want to have one important play in the USC game, but a lot of times he got beat a lot. But hey, if he got better, I'm all for that too. Open competition. As far as safety, I think McKinley has earned it. I think he's going to play Hill. Now we're going to see is he going to be a stronger stronger free safety if we don't have that nickel. So we have to see. So I don't know. I think, but I'm also waiting for Sloan to have a breakout year too. He actually was recruited as a higher safety than Hollins. Hollins just happened to take over, but Sloan actually was a higher recruit. So I'm actually waiting for his breakout season too. So it's going to be very interesting. That's interesting to watch out. And plus, don't forget about these freshmen too. You got Jalen Davis coming in, and you got the kid uh, from Nebraska. So he's pretty nice too. So yeah, we got a lot of talent back there. We got a lot of talent. Just got to play the best.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like you said, that spot with Manning and Addison, that's more so of like it can go either way. Not only because Manning got a year in with just being hurt. So, like you said, with loyalty, you kind of see that the coaches they go off loyalty more so loyalty over talent. So it's like you got Addison who's been on the team. He had to try that receiver, not do too much, but yeah, now he's on the DB side. So it's like, okay, are we gonna give him a look? Or you know what I'm saying? Are we gonna like be loyal to him and let him go and get out there? But you also got a 5-star guy who's been recruited from the coaches that's there now. So it's like, what do you do in a situation like that? Also, too, Bennett Williams, that's a guy who, you know what I'm saying, who looks hungry, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to do the right thing. But you got guys that's playmakers like McKinley, who I think actually earned it. And, for what I told you off camera, from what he done said, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to mention on camera, but from the way it looks, it's solidified for him. But it's going to be a big rotation. It's going to be a little rotation. Like you said, are we going to run the 3-3-5 or the 3-4? So that right there is going to tell a lot. And I'm ready to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to see it because with rotations as well, too, having different packages, they can do so much. The Rooter can do so much with the guys we do have. And I feel like Addison, I would like to see him at safety. No lie.
Yeah.
I would like to see him at safety.
But I agree with you. I thought Addison was a safety. That's what he played in high school, as a safety. But for some reason, they got him at corner. So it must be something they see there. I'm not there every day, so they know more than I wouldn't know. But what I can say, to be fair, even though they might show loyalty in the beginning, they do eventually make the right choice. Like on D-line, Scott and Afayo was actually starting for 3 years. They last few games in the end of the season, at their senior year, it wasn't starting. It was actually Williams and Darius starting. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So and that's D-line. These are some veterans, real veterans. Right. So yeah, they might give you an opportunity first, but then like Chuck and like Scott, hey, if you're not bringing it, hey, next guy up.
Right.
So if Addison, if we ball, cool. Not next guy up, next best guy up. We about chips. Nothing against it. Hurt feelings. Hey, long as they did what they supposed to do, give you a free ride, get you a scholarship. That's the only thing you promise. Everything else you gotta earn, buddy.
That's true. And like you just touched on with the D-line, we're gonna jump straight into the O-line, D-line. For the ones that's watching, y'all leave a comment too as well what you guys think about that secondary and all those slots and competitions that's been going on, who y'all like to start, who y'all think is going to get playing time. So y'all leave a comment on that. So we're going to ahead and jump in O-line, D-line. We start with D-line that you just touched up on. There's a lot of talks about KT5 moving back to linebacker, which I would hate for them to do. We got some new guys that's coming in. We got young guys. A guy that's still a question mark to me is Jay Jones. What's his name? Jason? His full name?
Jalen Jones.
Just Jalen Jones?
Yeah, I think it's two. Jason and Jalen. I think it's two of them.
Yeah, I think the one that was
one was O-line and one was defense. Yeah.
Yeah, that D
from North Carolina and one from Alabama. Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking like way slimmer. He lost like a lot of weight, but he looked like a monster in them trenches as well, too. Also, like you just said, with Williams and other guys that came along who was pretty much outplaying, like pretty much I feel like those seniors at that senior position as a senior in college football, with developing, if you still making mistakes that you should have been doing your freshman, sophomore year that you shouldn't be doing no more, I feel like you shouldn't be playing. That's just my take. So if you got freshmen coming in that can make better swim moves and better like moves, and you been in the program 4 years, of course you should be playing. So that's why I get on a lot with the whole loyalty over talent. Like you got a young guy that's really raw and better and making better plays and decisions over a guy that's been there 4 years. Go ahead and play him. Go ahead and play him.
Right.
But other than that, you go ahead and touch on the D line.
But to be
Say it again.
let me go D line. To be fair, Scott and Fuulu, they were just kind of like space eater. That's what they was there for. To be fair, take up space and let the linebackers eat. And which was actually good with Troy Dye was there because he was eating. But what happened was the following year, we get into that with the linebackers, but you know, you had other linebackers that made plays. But as far as eating, I think now, even with our loss, our defense is based on like, you know, everybody got to kind of like hold their own. We got playmakers, you know what I'm saying, at the D line, you know what I'm saying, instead of a space eater. So I think everybody got to hold their own. And we having those kind of linebackers that we could beat the block on their own too. So we don't really, you know what I'm saying, we don't really need the space eaters to kind of like, you want to keep the guys off of you, but you know, you want to make D line make plays too. So as the D line, it's gonna be I say again Dorius. I'll wait for him to have a breakout. You know, I think he could get close to like double-digit sacks. I think he should be like 7 to 8 sacks. I'm looking for. Williams is pretty good. You know, so like I said, for them two to actually take over seniors to start, they got to be doing something. Right. So I see, you know, actually getting better this year, especially with guys behind them, as in like what's my guy name? The backups, the one from modern day. Thanks to my mom right now. Anyway, you had, like you said, Jason Jones back up, the guy coming in, Canoe back up. Then you know what I'm saying, and I also like too the freshman DN Swisson. He, you know, saying he got he's a nice size too. So yeah, so that's right there. I will, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I actually like
Butner playing at all. I think he coming in as a DN. I think he's like 6 foot, 6'1".
Yeah, but I think I see him red shirt.
Red shirt and probably end up playing linebacker. You think they'll switch him?
Yeah, I think they push him linebacker. DN rush in, you know what I'm saying? He still be coming in, you know, with the heat.
All right. So on the flip side, we got old linemen, got a few guys that have been there a while. I think who stand out for me for who got their spot solidified is TJ Bass. The left tackle spot, who do we have at left tackle that's gonna be battling out?
George Moore, Saluni, the new guy coming in, I don't know how to pronounce his name right, and Stephen Jones.
Jones
I'm still waiting for Jonah to actually step out, but for some reason he ain't broke this lineup yet.
Yeah,
that's the big time we have from California, Narbonne, exactly 3 years ago. So trying to see what's up with him. He always been hurt though, but yeah. I'm trying to see.
So the line, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a battle in trips, but I feel like we more so gonna be going with the guys that, you know what I'm saying, played last year.
Yeah, that's the least position right there. I do like our center, Alex Forsay. But what I can say, just because I want people to realize, even though Kinsley was a higher recruit than Peanut, you know, Sua, that's not to say that if he don't start or even if he don't play it next year, not to say he's not going to be a great first round pick.
That's true.
Because you have to realize this. When Pinay came in, it was his timing. Tyrell Crosby had just graduated. So Pinay had, even though the competition was at Lulu, but, you know what I'm saying, Pinay beat him out. You know what I'm saying? But the main guy was Crosby. So if Crosby had another year left, Pinay he would have sat behind Crosby. He wouldn't have started over Crosby.
Yeah. Shout out to
Crosby. So it was just timing. It was open. It was open start position for him.
Yeah.
So that's not to say Keeney would not be, if he don't start, not, saying not as good at Pete, and that's not going to be true. He's still going to be a baller. Just timing.
Actually, I'm gonna talk to
But what
Crosby.
I will, right there. Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to talk to Crosby, try to get him on the show and talk Oregon talk with him pretty much. I had met him in
Okay,
Vegas.
that's what's up right
I
there.
had met
Like
him in Vegas and got his contact information and stuff and his Twitter as well too.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty strong. Yeah. But the right guard right there, I think that position needs to be open. I have nothing against my guy, the right guard, the walk.
Oh, Walt,
Nothing
yeah.
against walk. You know what I'm saying? But compared to the guys we got, I just like that big beef, three plus.
Mm-hmm.
Or, he's kind of like on the shorter end and the smaller end with the small arms, but he got the great technique and everything. He actually was the player of the week, our first week.
Right.
I like to just blow cats off, and I think we got that kind of line. Everybody over like 3+ easy, So I don't know. I don't know if I got to wait to see what was his weight program. How did he look? Say the fourth quarter program with a spring start. So
right.
We'll see. We will see.
All right. So, you hit it right on the head, and I just piggyback off that. We'll go ahead and jump into receivers. And with receivers, I go ahead and start this one off. It's crowded. There's a lot of talent. Me saying if we do the scale of upper class versus young class, man, it's almost balanced. I say the upper class got them in a sense, and I only say that because, like we talked about before, on JJ3, I wouldn't say he's our receiver one. He's been there for a while. He's gotten a little bit better, but it's not been anything spectacular. He had a good year. I think the year before the COVID year, this little short year, I want to say it was that year. Other than that, it was all Butterfinger. Yeah. Delgado, I feel like his window is closed. Unless he wowed them this spring, Delgado window is closed just because you got those young bucks that's coming in. You got the 22 class that's coming in, that's signing too as well, and that's on the radar. Will Holt, that window's closed. If I had to pick a receiver one for us, who would be our go-to receiver, I would probably say Michael Williams, even though I don't want to say Michael Williams. Me personally, I'm Devon Williams fan.
Or Michael Pittman.
Oh, Pittman. Sorry, Pittman. Michael Pittman. I would say he would probably be the receiver one. All in all, I feel like he's better than JJ3. And y'all don't crucify me in the comments with this, but I feel like he's better than JJ3. Just tell from like just being in his blood from his dad to what his brother's doing in the NFL and so on. Then you got a guy like Devon Williams who's played off his raw ability. And now when you get that raw ability tapped into like actual like fundamentals, his ceiling is super high. And then you got Troy Franklin who's coming in, who you got Brevers that's coming in, and you got these young guys coming in who should see the field a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry to say, but Delgado and Will Holt, like those guys who's been there, who's been behind the guys, like you got Red coming back, who's gonna be like a gadget guy for us. So you couldn't even play in front of those guys. So now it's like, I don't know, man. That's just how it be sometimes. I don't see those guys actually in the field.
Don't forget about Hudson.
Oh my God, I forgot about Hudson. See, it's so many, but he's going to see the field before Frank and rest of those guys because I like his game. Like over the top, he gonna beat a lot of safeties deep too as well. So that's a guy right there where a lot of people forget about him just because he's been starting roles. You know what I'm saying? He done got a significant playing time on last season, but I don't know, man. JG3, I don't know, but they, of course, I feel like they're gonna show him a lot of love. Just like they was doing with what's the running back that just left with Boise State? Syrie. Me personally, I feel like Syrie shouldn't touch the ball like that as much, but with JJ3 is more of you've been up for a long time coming back, so like we're gonna put him on the field, but there's a lot of talent. especially at that receiver position. At the position like that, you can have a freshman on the field, like a true freshman on the field, making big plays. Loyalty, and he's been here 4 years, so he need to be out there.
Right.
Nah, not with a position like receiver. Nah.
I like they've been here for a while. JJ3, Johnny Johnson, and Red. Red is a receiver that do get open and everything. But like I actually agree with you. I think Michael Pittman was going to be and Devon Williams going to be our top guys. But JJ3 and Red will play a lot too. They're going to be actually ballers. Them coming back, experience, teach the youngsters how to actually run routes. Run like decisive and quick cuts and everything. I honestly say I give Johnny Johnson credit about that. His routes impeccable. He has great cuts, great route running. His hands got a lot better, but we have to see. We have to see what the whole offense is opened up, see how it look. But the big play abilities are our freshmen coming in, and with the size, the speed, the raw ability, that the actual NFL type of talent are the receivers coming in, along with Devon Williams. Everything. Now JJ and Red could actually be NFL receivers, but that they more of like maybe like a Willie Snead type. And you don't really know the Willie Sneads, are they going to make it or not? They just
right.
Nobody know Willie Snead just happened to make it and be in the league for like 7, 8, 9 years. Those receivers that Diamond does it. Depend. You find a GM that like you. All you need is one. So I think Brandon Allison and Huff was better than like Willie Snead. But hey, who knows? Who'll say?
Stanford too.
Right. The only superstars you be knowing, okay, that's an NFL guy. The rest, would it surprise me if JJ make it to the league and stay for 10 years? No, not at all. Or Red, doing special teams and everything. But would it surprise you they don't get drafted at all either? It wouldn't surprise me either.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's one of those things like Donovan Mitchell haven't paid out yet. So, what I'm saying? The only things for sure is the top guys. After that, the Willie Sneads of the world, Willie Sneads, the Aguilars, even though Aguilar was the first round, but that type of talent. I mean, I don't think Aguilar is better than Johnny Johnson when Aguilar was at USC. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's going to be a crowded room, but I think that's a good hands though.
Yeah, hopefully we do see a five wide set. I would love to see that, just because you got enough receivers to do it. Like you ain't got to keep relying on your tight ends, honestly. Well, we shall see. I mean, they said that Moorhead got the full offense under him, and he got the full keys to call what he actually want to call. So we're gonna see about that. Now on to running backs. You want to go ahead and go first on this one?
Running backs, Verdell. If Verdell don't get hurt, injury, of course, he's going to be number one. Only problem is injuries with him. I like the way he runs. He's got a lot better in the years to overcome with his vision. His freshman year was he used to always run hard, but he had no vision his freshman year, and he's got a lot better. Now it's just about injuries. I think it's probably his last year, give or take. Even if he get hurt or not, I don't see him staying after this year because he's already been there 4 years. This would be probably, I think it's his 5th year this year. So just getting hit from college really don't do no good, you know what I'm saying? So I think this be his last year. Dye, personally, I think he's just a good college back. Maybe I would love to see dollars more and the guys behind him, Benson, and that's bigger, stronger, faster type of guys. Just ready for them to show what they could do. Personally, I think I would like to see Dollar more than Dye. I think he got better uphill potential. Dye is what it is. I mean, he's a solid, good running back, but I think we got better guys that got more potential. That's what I see.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like you said, like guys that came and gone, like got Tony Brook James, who made his way on a few different rosters, but like Dye's guy like that was like, okay, it's cool college, but you know what I'm saying? He's not what we're looking for. He's not big. He haven't got bigger since he's been there. You got Verdell. I feel with Verdell, he got to have a monster year this year. Like you said, he done been there forever, even when his redshirt year to now, and still could come back for another year. But it's like this is your year. Like we talked about, like you can't just still be doing what you done did before. Like now it's like we need those monster runs. We need you to just go nuclear and go crazy this year, because if it don't, it's gonna get into that political game. Well, he was a cool running back, hard runner, but he stay hurt, he stay injured. He's been in college forever, you know what I'm saying? He's always kept getting hurt. So it's like it's a political game with that aspect of a guy like him. Plus, he's already undersized. So it's a lot to where it's like either you're gonna wow them or nothing's gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really gonna care too much for you because they're gonna try to find stuff where it's like, well, he's only 5'7", 5'8". You know, he runs hard, but he stay getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
with Dell, it's like you gotta go crazy this year, man. And you can't get hurt. It like now it's like you can't get hurt. Like, and you can't play through. Like, you need to be all the way 100. Like, we don't need you missing the games for anything, man. And stuff happens. So if he was to get hurt again, it's like that's going, you know what I'm saying? That might trickle down and hurt him in the long run of trying to get drafted. But going on as free agent, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. And it just shows like with Washington running backs, I don't see that. The Washington running backs was cool, but I feel like we got the same type running backs. But you seen with Ahmed and Gaskin in Miami, how they was doing good with each other, you know what I'm saying? Back and forth, one to go down, other one step up and ball out. And I feel like Oregon can do that too, but I'm ready to see the younger guys. Like we said, we done seen these same guys for the last 2-3 years, and we see the same thing every year. Like, it hasn't got any better in the sense of it's gotten better, but it's the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now we got a year now, we're like, bro, like y'all been 3-4 years now, man. Like, it's time to see these younger cats.
Linebackers, that's gonna be a good one right there. Linebacker position is a good one. That's I wasn't too impressed last year with Slay like I was the year before last when he was with Troy Dye. I love Sewell locked in. Um, I really want to see Flo come along. I think I want to see Flo and Sewell as the cornerstone. Funa, I was, I want to see him do more this year too, because last year I think it was so. And Adrian Jackson, I think he got great upside, speed, size, and I want to see. I hope he. That's what I said. I want to go traditional 3-4. If I could see him a lot more, plus play help with the run. And actually, he could cover the slot receivers too. So I would love. That's what I would love to see. So Flo, Sua, Adrian Jackson, and Funa.
I would agree. I piggyback off that. Today is actually Adrian Jackson's birthday.
Oh,
I,
okay. Happy
I had
birthday, AD.
just turned 21.
Okay.
I sent you that picture. He
Man,
cut up.
Yeah.
Lincoln Clock Diesel, but I will piggyback off that, and pretty much, I mean, everybody's ready to see Flo. I feel like he got the same abilities and can be an impact how Sewell was too. Fona, he's locked with his position, whether it's like his hand is in the dirt or he's playing linebacker too. And guys just got to be great, honestly. And young guys gonna come along, but that linebacker spot is a spot to watch too. But for the most part, we know who it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Slade, and then they might, you know what I'm saying? His time, you know what I'm saying? He's got time working against him now just because he's been there, and these young guys are just as good as him, and they're only freshmen. So that's why I say with a lot of guys that we already had that we think is so good, but it's like the young guys is coming in just as good as them at an early age. So we're gonna leave that there. That'll be the show for tonight. For the ones that watched the whole video, thank you. Until the next video. Y'all leave a comment on everything we talked about. Coach White, go ahead, break us down.
Man, I appreciate that tuning in. And God bless. Now, have a blessed one until the next time we see you. And enjoy spring ball. We'll come to you soon. Let you know weekly how everything's going.
All right, see y'all guys soon, man.